and every one of these candidates are liars, cheats, frauds, and they're owned. It's plain simple.
Both parties are talking populism, center-right and center-left. Donald Trump certainly was populist this morning. And the current pool of candidates on the Republican side, you have to pay attention to Jeb Bush, Scott Walker, and John Kasich, the governor of Ohio, if he gets in, with Marco Rubio likely a vice presidential candidate. The rest of them, it all will depend on what happens in states like South Carolina. Donald Trump could conceivably compete well in South Carolina, an evangelical state, heavier religious voting population, critical to being nominated.
If the city of New York operated like Donald Trump and adhered to the building code, if they enforced the building code as well as they enforced parking violations, you'd have no unemployment.
What's different here? Donald Trump is talking populism. One of New York's richest people saying he'll take on the powers that be and make life better for average people. That's pretty extraordinary. If he runs, he will raise the devil out of the other candidates. He's the insurgent along with there's a couple of insurgents in the Republican field. He's certainly one of them. He will make debates very lively, and a lot of people won't be happy in the Republican hierarchy.
He's reality. He's reality. He's not a reality show host. He is reality. I've worked for him. I've worked on his projects. I've worked on projects all over New York. He is part of what is real and what is right and what America is.
What do you think of Donald Trump entering the race?
I don't see the point of it. He does it every time there's a presidential election, and he's just looking to get publicity for whatever enterprise he's promoting these days.
It's tough. You think about a Bush running again, and we've kind of been through that.
And Hillary's out of the question.
I like Hillary a lot. That's probably who I'd vote for on the Democratic side, I think, right?
So tell me a little bit about Hillary. What do you like about her?
She's a known quantity. There's no surprises. I think that's a big plus.
Bush is a known quantity also.
Definitely.
So what's the difference between Jeb Bush and Hillary?
There's they're known quantity on both sides, but I think, like I said, we've sort of been through the Bush presidency already, and I don't think anyone would go back to that in the end.
Yeah.
Maybe they will.
But you would go back to a Clinton presidency, like a husband-wife thing?
I think if I had to right now, that's probably where I would vote. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Now,
so.
does the Benghazi controversy concern you?
No.
How about the email controversy?
No.
Do you mind if I just get your name, sir?
When he starts the debate, he's going to make them look like fools because they are fools. They are fools.
For people who look at politics as a sport, it's like Super Bowl, right?
One thing I want to say is Trump may be a very successful business person, but I don't think he can be a successful politician. Politics is another thing.
How about Vince Foster?
Thank you.
Who?
Vince Foster.
Sorry, I don't know.
Donald Trump is going to educate America. He's going to school these politicians. I can't wait for these debates. He's going to blow them off the stage. It's going to be entertainment. If you think his reality show is entertainment, wait till you see him debate Hillary. He's going to forget it. She ain't even. Hillary Clinton is a criminal. If she wasn't complicit in the murder of Vince Foster, I'd be greatly surprised. She's covered everything up. She's only wanted power. Donald Trump wants to save this country, and he will.
Now, what are the defining issues, in your opinion, over the next couple of months?
Defining issues of the next couple of months are lack of, let's do it this way. We don't know what the defining issue.
I think he offers what the Republican Party needs, because I feel like most of the country wants someone who's socially liberal and fiscally conservative, but I think he'd have a hard time winning the nomination because the Republican base throughout most of the middle of the country wants someone who's socially conservative and fiscally conservative as well.
The issues will blur. People in this campaign, in this primary, particularly in the primary season, particularly on the Republican side where it's awfully crowded, are going to find issues that make them stand out. Jobs are an issue in the Midwest. The nonsense about the industrial rebirth is absolutely ridiculous. Stories in the newspapers indicate that to be the case. Talking about putting people back to work in a real way is one. Immigration reform will be a serious discussion. Problems of cities are a serious discussion. Tariffs and the whole tariff issue that we just saw blow up in the president's face is a serious issue. National defense. We live in a country where people, particularly in the heartland and in primary voting states, are seeing their fellow Christians have their heads taken off in public. Donald Trump can talk about defending the nation because he's a tough guy, and that's exactly what people want to hear.
I'm leaning towards Hillary Clinton right now, but I haven't made up my mind.
Okay, and what do you like about Hillary?
She seems like a real person who is more concerned about the middle class than about the financial elite.
And the email controversy scandal that doesn't non-issue.
I don't see that as
Benghazi.
that's history.
Okay. Vince Foster, all those things.
No, I don't. That doesn't bother me. I'm more interested in what the future holds for the country.
Okay.
Donald Trump is a celebrity, now a candidate, who, if he stays in the race, will make things more interesting than they have been in American politics for a long time.
What would you like to see the debates be about?
I'd like to see more for the middle class, less for the rich, although Donald's rich, but I think he's kind of leans towards the middle class more than he does anything else. I'd like to see Obamacare revoked and lots of changes. We need to get some people straight, you know, here in America. So.
Okay, and what do you think of Hillary right now?
I don't like her.
What don't you like about her?
I don't like her policies. I don't like her policies at all. I don't like our stance right now with Israel or anything like that. So I'm very conservative and pro-Israel, and I just think that none of those candidates really support Israel.
I'm not from here, so
Where are you from?
England.
Are you happy with your politicians?
Is anyone happy with the politicians?
What's your opinion on Donald Trump running for president? If the next president is a Republican, would you like to see all the candidates that didn't make it get a position in the White House?
Well, many of them should in the cabinet. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Rubio, Scott Walker, Jeb Bush,
Walker.
Ted Cruz. They should all have positions in the White
All
House.
should be in the cabinet or in some. Doesn't have to be in the cabinet. Could be an advisor.
And if you were able to pick up the phone right now and speak a one-on-one to Donald Trump, what would you tell him?
I tell him, don't cause trouble. Try to create a climate for agreement. I think we cannot have a policy of bringing in immigrant people if we don't have work for them. What are we going to do? Put them on welfare? I mean, that's not right.
If it was up to you, would you just get rid of all the immigrants?
No, I wouldn't get rid of anybody.
Some of them?
Some of them, of course. Yeah.
What do you think of Donald Trump running? Would you vote for him?
I think he's a very smart guy, very successful businessman.
You would vote for him?
I will. If he's smart for himself, he's smart for us too.
And what do you think about Hillary?
She's a good lady, good experience.
You would vote for her?
Between those two, yes.